everyone. It's been a while. Just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little update. I know I did in the past video, but I just wanted to go and say I just been live streaming. That's pretty much what I've been doing. I'm actually about to go live here in a little bit after I make this video, so you can check out that live stream link in the description if you're interested in watching me play Apex. There's always a live stream link down in the description. But I did want to go ahead and reach out to you guys and let you guys know that I am working behind the scenes to potentially do reviews. And one of the companies that actually approached me is a company that I am known for not liking on this channel. I have bashed them a couple times. I have done reviews in comparison or whatever of a few of their products, like maybe two of them. And I'm still surprised that they reached out and was like, yeah, we want to work with you. And I told them that pretty much I want creative freedom. I want to be able to say the negatives, say the positives, and not have my reviews, skewed or anything like that, because I have heard from past partners of them and other reviewers or whatever, when they go on Reddit or they go on other posts or whatever. The reason why I know about Reddit is because when I was looking up issues and problems I was having with their products, if you do Google searches or any kind of searches or anything like that, they usually pop up with some Reddit stuff. But I don't ever really go on Reddit. I don't even have an account on Reddit. But yeah, I found out, just by posts and people commenting on some issues and stuff, they'd be like, yeah, I used to work with the company, or I used to be partnered with the company or something like that. This is the way they do stuff. This is why these problems and issues are not brought up and everything. And like I said, you can do your own legwork and find out about companies or whatever. That's how I find out my information, whether it be through YouTube videos or people posting online or something like that in comments. The only thing I would say that you have to take with a grain of salt, obviously, because you don't know what if the person is telling the truth. You don't know if they would really partner with them, whatever. But I just use my brain and come up with my own synopsis. And if there's smoke, there's fire, in my personal opinion. If I'm seeing 20 comments, it starts to become, okay, this person is not making multiple accounts and saying different things, whatever, just to bash the company. There probably are people out there like that, but in my personal opinion, if all I'm seeing in video form or from reviewers and stuff is nothing but positive, but then when I go to forums, I go to any issues and stuff that I have had with a company or wherever, and I'm seeing nothing but frustration and a whole bunch of negative comments, it's like there's there can't be that big of a difference, that large of a gap, and when all the people who are praising it are not mentioning any of these problems, there are chances that they never ran into the problem. But because they've never run into the problem, they just review it. Oh, this is my experience with the product. And that's fine if they say this is my experience with the product, but not acknowledging, especially how big they are, and being able to pull the information from doing their research about other people's experiences with the product. And if they don't say anything like negative or bring up, hey, other users are having this problem and issues, I never ran into it with my testing. That's something that should have been said. But when people, I understand it's like some people get the products like early, so no, it's not out in the wild yet, so nobody's running into problems. But when I see people be like, oh, this is like a 2 month later thing, or like a year later thing, or something like that, like a lot of time has passed, and they do a review or updated review, and they still don't mention any of the stuff that's plethora, that's like so many trouble tickets and social media help form posts and all that stuff or whatever, and they don't mention any of the stuff. And it's not like just this one-off person, just had like a bum unit or something like that, because that's also possible. Like everything that's man-made is not perfect, so it's possibly like somebody could have something wrong with a physical device. But when we start incorporating like software, and we start incorporating the fact that people are buying it in North America, people are buying it in Europe, all over the world and stuff like that, and so many users are running into the same issues, and they're not the same person, and they're living in different states, different countries, or whatever it may be, and you're sitting here as a reviewer saying this is the best thing out there, like hands down. And it's like, it might be really good at what its job is, it might be really good at facilitating people to be able to do their content creation or their streaming or whatever really well, and it might be one of the top choices, but that still does not discredit anybody's issues or problems with certain devices. And to be long story short, this is one of the companies that I've talked about doing this type of thing. Not to mention, I've talked about their pricing. the pricing is not really advantageous to newer content creators or newer streamers to be going out and purchasing things. And I've heard it so many times where people would be like, I don't want that cheap thing over there, even though it's the same thing as a name brand most expensive thing, because it's not the name brand most expensive thing. And it's like, it does the exact same thing. Why do you need it to be this brand? Why do you need it to be this thing or wherever and pay double, if not triple for something? And don't get me wrong, this brand does make some of their products or wherever is like the first of its kind of thing, or the only one out there. So I understand in that situation, but this company is being quickly like copied by a lot of other companies, or there's just other solutions out there that might be better for newer content creators who are not making money from content creation, and they have significant other, they have children, they have other obligations, they have a job, all that stuff, they have bills and everything. They don't have the money to spend, you know, $100 and something on something, or $200 and some on something, when they could just pay like something under $100 and get the same thing done. You know what I'm saying? Like $50, $60. And in some cases, you know, $100 and something versus paying $300 and something or whatever for exactly the same thing. It's just something that's going to sit there on their desk and just allow them to do content creation. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thoughts and opinions on, I would say, why when this company reached me out, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do the review. Not only from a standpoint, and I know it sounds bad for me, but it's just the truth. The name alone and the products alone might help with the views, you know what I'm saying? But these products have been out for a while, so who knows? Another thing is that it will allow me to do some comparison to some gear that I recently purchased, which would be good because I thought about going with the product, but due to all the issues and problems I had previously, I decided not to. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, give my thoughts and opinions on that as far as my experience, I would say, with that and everything. And maybe it's a good alternative, maybe it's a good experience. I don't know. I'll have to see. So yeah, it gives me a little bit of a leeway or whatever to make a couple videos for you guys, because I know a lot of people, based off of my stuff and what I've done, people have asked me, how does it compare to this company's products, as well as all the questions out there that I've seen when I was doing research, which one to go with. So I think it would be better if, you know, saying I go ahead and accept this and do this and stuff. And like I said, they already know I want complete control over my video. So, you know what I'm saying, good, positive, or wherever. It's just surprising to me that they reached out to me knowing that I have openly talked about just not liking the company and everything. So that's the only real reasons that I'm accepting it. And you'll see the videos coming if I do go through with working with the company. You'll see the videos come. But I just wanted to have this video up, so in that video I could potentially reference it. And if anybody was asking like, why did he go with this company, he talks so bad about it and stuff, it's mostly because, like I said, getting the products free, not having to pay out of my own pocket, and being able to do a comparison. Because every time I've talked about, even when I did a comparison to another product or whatever from this company into another one in the past, people were telling me, you know, you can't do comparisons, or you can't talk about products or whatever if you don't got your hands on them and everything like that. And it's like, I do, obviously I'm doing a comparison video, what are you talking about? And it was just other things, like people just keep saying you have to have it or wherever, you have to purchase it, you have to buy it, you have to have it in-house or wherever to really. And it's like, no, you can use your brain, and you could just use common sense. But a lot of people don't understand that. And I did that with the beacon stuff. I talked about it so much, and then people were like, well, I don't respect it because you don't have it, there's no way you can talk about it. Then I finally got it and it's still trash, and I tell people that, and then they're like, oh, respect you for getting it, but there's nothing else that they can really say. They still try to argue the fact that what I'm saying is wrong, even though I purchased it and proved what I said was right. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like my problem with doing reviews and being here on YouTube, especially in this day and age, where so many people are used to just seeing nothing but positive stuff, with people just lying to their face with a poker face. And half of them probably don't even buy the product anyways, so it doesn't matter. But then you got people out there who just like the company, or just, that's my dream product and I don't have the money for it right now, but I like watching stuff about it. And then when somebody says something negative, they try to, you know, say, well, I have this device, and this is, that device that you're reviewing is the one I want, so don't talk bad about it or whatever, because all these other devices, they're bad too. And it's like, that's the whole problem. That's the whole problem when it comes to like the audio stuff and like everything, that the reason why I do the product reviews and stuff and I talk about these audio interfaces and all that stuff is because I want a better audio interface to be made. The reason why I point out all the negatives is not because I'm trying to dissuade people from picking a product that's right for them. It might not be right for me, but it might be right for them. And they need to know about the negatives. And if they're okay with it, then obviously they can spend their money how they like. The problem that I'm trying to, or the thing that I'm trying to get done is that, yes, I'm a smaller channel. A lot of people are probably not going to see it, but maybe somebody could put it in front of somebody that it actually matters to, and they could make something that actually makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a certain product to be made. I want people to focus on, hey, if I'm making a product and it has software, let's put some thought and effort into the software to make it better. Let's let it cook in the oven, not releasing it 2 to 3 years before it should have been released. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff. And then like over updates over time. And now a year later, it's good. It's usable. You know what I'm saying? We're out of beta. Like that kind of stuff. I'm tired of it. We've seen it with video games. We've seen it with products and stuff like that. I don't understand the mindset that we have been conditioned into thinking this is okay. And it's not only just video games, it's not only just products and stuff like that. It's been affecting the generation as they get older, and the older ones die off, and then the newer generation gets older and stuff like that. The companies and businesses and people who run the stuff behind the scenes, they have been conditioning us or wherever to get rid of that mentality that, you know, the old mentality of, you know, we accept products as being completed. We don't accept stuff half-assed or halfway done. Now it's more applicable. You see people now, I'm okay with the free-to-play games with microtransactions that are over $300, $100 or wherever. It's perfectly fine. Why not? We're paying the developers. We're paying for the game or wherever because we got the game for free. So why not have microtransactions? Microtransactions are fine with me. You look back in the early days or wherever of video games and stuff like that, people just made video games for people to enjoy. Yes, there were some out there are probably completely broken and wasn't really good and stuff like that. But that pool or that slice of the pie or whatever was so small. Nowadays, look how many games are launched and just completely broke. Concord, if you know about video games, Concord, perfect example. You know what I'm saying? Anthem, perfect example. You know, these companies, I don't know. That's a whole different video for another day. But I just wanted to make a quick video, and I know it's like 12 minutes, 30 minutes, 13 minutes. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys, yeah, there's gonna be a company that, you know, you probably didn't foresee me doing a review on the products or something like that. But like I said, the main reason why is because I wanted to compare it to some products I already have in house that I have some time with, to see which one I could recommend. Because after making those videos on certain products, people were asking me, you know, which one they should go with, and this gives me a perfect opportunity to be able to tell them my thoughts and opinions. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm going to be taking up this company's offer as far as doing a product review with their products, because like I said, I think it would be good for a comparison video, and I think it would be good to just finally, you know, give my thoughts and opinions on a product that I was thinking about picking up or wherever to do the comparison already anyways. So just a good opportunity for me. So I'm still gonna give my honest thoughts and opinions like I always do. I appreciate all the love and support. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Have a squid-tastic day. God bless you and yours, and deuces. Short video on my butt. I'm a cool live stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one.